Jean-Yves, Jean-Yves, Yves. Jean-Yves is a French masculine given name. Notable persons with that name include Jean-Yves Adam, born 1952, French race car driver, 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 driver. Jean-Yves André, born 1977, Mauritian footballer. Jean-Yves Anis, born 1980, French footballer. Yves Jean-Bart, born 1947, Haitian football executive. Jean-Yves Berteloot, born 1958, French actor. Jean-Yves Besselat, 1943-2012, French politician. Jean-Yves Béziau, born 1965, Swiss professor, mathematician, and researcher. Jean-Yves Bigras, 1966, Canadian film director and film editor, 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 current film editor, editor, film editor, film editor, film editor. Jean-Yves de Blasiis, born 1973, French footballer, French footballer. Jean-Yves Blondeau, born 1970, French designer. Jean-Yves Bony, born 1955, French politician. Jean-Yves Bosseur, born 1947, French composer and writer. Jean-Yves Bouguet, scientists. Jean-Yves Calvez, 1927-2010, French Jesuit priest and philosopher. Jean-Yves Camus, born 1958, French political scientists. Jean-Yves Cartier, born 1949, Canadian ice hockey defenseman. Jean-Yves Che, born 1948, French football manager and goalkeeper. Jean-Yves Chouton, born 1974, French slalom canoist. Jean-Yves Clement, born 1959, French writer. Jean-Yves Couliou, 1916-1995, French painter. Jean-Yves Cousin, born 1949, French politician. Jean-Yves Cuendit, born 1970, Swiss skier. Jean-Yves Daniel Lesser, 1908-2002, French musician. Jean-Yves Descagnes, Canadian political activist. Jean-Yves Duclos, born 1965, Canadian economist and politician. Jean-Yves Duffel, born 1950, administrator and political spokesperson. Jean-Yves Emperor, born 1952, French archaeologist. Jean-Yves Escoffier, 1950-2003, French cinematographer, photographer. Jean-Yves Esparin, born 1994, Seychellois sprinter. Jean-Yves Ferry, born 1959, French writer and comics artist. Jean-Yves Formeau, French classical saxophonist. Jean-Yves Girard, born 1947, French logician. Jean-Yves Haby, born 1955, French politician. Jean-Yves Hesselin, French sailor. Jean-Yves Jaffray, 1939–2009, French mathematician and economist. Jean-Yves Jason, born 1965. Jean-Yves Carodron, pseudonym of the Breton nationalist writer and far-right activist Théophile Jousset. Jean-Yves Curgian, born 1958, French football manager and footballer. Jean-Yves Lacoste, born 1953, French philosopher and theologian. Jean-Yves Laforced, born 1949, Canadian politician. Jean-Yves Le Boulonic, born 1950, French politician. Jean-Yves Ledoux, born 1945, French politician. Jean-Yves Le Duroff, born 1957, French sailor. Jean-Yves Le Drian, born 1947, French politician. Jean-Yves Le Gaulle, born 1959, French engineer and businessman. Jean-Yves Le Gallou, born 1948, French politician. Jean-Yves Lechevier, born 1946, French sculptor. Jean-Yves Leconte, born 1966, French politician. Jean-Yves Leroux, born 1976, Canadian ice hockey player. Jean-Yves Liwet, born 1978, Tahitian footballer. Jean-Yves Mallet, born 1962, Lebanese sprinter. Jean-Yves Malmasson, born 1963, French composer and conductor. Jean-Yves Murin, born 1955, French archaeologist and museum director. Jean-Yves Mollier, born 1947, French historian and historian. Jean-Yves Mvoto, born 1988, French footballer. Jean-Yves Nairi, born 1959, French businessman. Jean-Yves Now, 1952–2020, French physician and scientific journalist. Jean-Yves Olivier, born 1944, French businessman. Jean-Yves Pellerin, born 1948, French sailor. Jean-Yves Pollock, born 1946, French linguist and professors. Jean-Yves Prigent, born 1954, French slalom canoeist. Jean-Yves Raimbaud, 1958–1998, French animator and screenwriter. Jean-Yves Randri Marizoka, Malagasy footballer. Jean-Yves Ray, born 1970, Swiss ski mountaineer and long-distance runner. Long-distance runner. Jean-Yves Riacieux, born 1946, French Roman Catholic bishop. Jean-Yves Roy, born 1949, Canadian politician. Jean-Yves Roy Ice Hockey, born 1969, Canadian ice hockey player. Jean-Yves Tati, born 1936, French writer, biographer, and academic. Jean-Yves Turlaine, born 1944, French navigator and architect. Jean-Yves Thériault, born 1962, Canadian musician. Jean-Yves Thériault, kickboxer, born 1955, Canadian kickboxers. Jean-Yves Thibaudet, born 1961, French pianists. Jean-Yves Toussaint, born 1948, French equestrian. Jean-Yves Vaillard, 1939–2020, French historian. Jean-Yves Verhert, born c. 1940, French Egyptologist.